Hey guys, this is Striker. This is my second commentary. I actually recorded this video, the game after my first commentary. I didn't actually expect to win back-to-back games, but it was awesome. I actually would have rather this been my first commentary, but I already posted the other one. But mainly because this is a great game, and I'll explain why I would have liked it to be my first commentary, but it doesn't matter. The first game was good. Every game is different. This is just a slightly more kind of typical game for me of how I play. There are some variances, and I'll discuss, but look at this playing pattern. It's actually not going 2 squares away from any of the towns that I typically like to go to. I really like the Georgia Pool crates, really like Severny, Lapoca. It's too close to Lapoca, too close to Melted Power, way too close to Novo. So I actually do something I haven't done in, I don't think, this entire ladder season. I go to Pachinki. Pachinki is usually a cluster. There's just so many people, but it's not exactly 2 squares away, but I only really see people go there when it's close, and it's far enough away that you have to pull your chute just slightly early, and I don't think anyone's going to go there, and I'm right. So I look around, I didn't see anyone, and I'm going to have Pachinki all to myself. Pachinki is a great loot city. I mean, there's a ton of really big houses that have decent loot. It's pretty quick to loot effectively. The only downside, and it's in the center. It's in the center of the circle, so you have a high likelihood of being in the circle. But the only downside is there's not usually a car nearby. So while I'm parachuting, as a quick refresher, or for those of you who don't know me and this is your first video, I'm Striker. I'm a former competitive Counter-Strike player, pre-CSGO, so almost 10 years ago now. I played at the highest level, CVOP, ESEAI, competed at DirecTV's Championship Gaming Series, Combine 1 and 2, won Dell's College Gaming League West Coast Division, and I play PUBG for fun now, and I really love the game. So I figured I would make some commentaries and show you guys, because I've made it to the top 50. I've been top 20 as well. Right now I'm kind of hovering around top 50, and I'm hoping through these commentaries I'll get to the top 10 and also show you guys how I do it. And I want to remind you guys, if you're watching, especially if this is your first video, my playstyle is not for everyone. I will admit, I'll be the first to admit, it's certainly not the most exciting to watch. These videos are for those who want to see at least one style of at least how I rank up and can get to the top 10. Now, I totally respect people who want to drop to high-risk areas, and you should do that when you're trying to get better. You should definitely take some chances. You gotta have your gunplay down. You gotta have your movement down before this strategy will work for you, because this strategy will definitely help you get to the final circles. But you'll be screwed because you won't know, or you won't have the skills to win battles that you'll definitely need to win. And you'll see, even the way I play, there are moments where there's going to be conflicts. You're going to have to be good with your up close guns. You're going to have to be good with your range guns, and it's not going to work for everyone unless you already have the fundamentals down. So that said, it's not going to be the most exciting to watch. You feel free to skip around if you want to. I will speed up the video during some of the looting later, but I just wanted to recap that. Some people find this playstyle boring, cheap, and it's fine. It might. Those are all fair, but it's effective. And this is a battle royale game, right? It's not about getting the most kills; it's about getting the last kill. And if I rush a house and someone was not making any noise and they sneak and kill me, that's fair play, right? The way I play, I would call it passive aggressive. I definitely like to get hard cover somewhere near the center of the circle, as close to the center of the circle as possible, and defend it a little aggressively, right? I don't like to just wait in the house for them to come to me, except certain situations. If I hear a car coming, I like to get out of the house and get vision on it and try and kill the driver before they get too close, ideally at the point of no return. But yeah, I will try and speed up some of the boring parts on this video because there is a lot of looting, there is some camping, and I will definitely unpause it at parts that I think are important, or or I hear something that's critical. And just keep in mind, I keep this sound at 100% because, you know, I know it might be a little harder to hear me at times, but I think it's important for you guys to hear exactly what I hear. Sound is one of the most important things in the game, so even the smallest footstep makes a huge difference. Alright, so I'm going to fast forward now. It's just looting. I do a pretty standard loot pattern, just going to the biggest houses. They're all the same ones, the 2 stories that are wide and open. And then, you know, I'm not near the circle, so I'm just looking for a car now. So I scan the roads. I didn't see anything. I'm just going to kind of follow the road until I hopefully come across a vehicle. Any vehicle will do. If I find a bike, I'll typically just drive that until I can find a car, a US or a Dacia. Not because I mean, US isn't better for sure, but I prefer it because I'm not a great driver on the bikes, and I've died on a bike more times than I care to admit. So I spot a US, and I'm just gonna head towards the US. So let me fast forward this too. So I spotted a Dacia, and I'm gonna take that instead. I definitely prefer the Dacia. And I'm actually going to just shoot out that US's tires. I don't think anyone's near me, but I switched to my AK because I want a full auto weapon when I get to this house. So I'll explain that in a second. But I shoot out the tires because, you know, if someone is running around here, it's going to screw them up. It's dangerous too. The second you shoot, someone might just turn around and pop you in the face if they have a Kar 98. So it's dangerous, but I didn't think there was a big risk there. So I pick a house. It's not that center, but I'm kind of late to this circle, so I picked something that's, at least I have a good feeling I can confidently take if there is someone there. And I know it's a house with a garage. I like those houses. I think they're great for holding up a fort, and people tend to come to them, so you can get loot when they drive up. I think it's pretty easy to... Oh! I saw that guy at the last second, and I ran over him. And I'm like processing this head. What just happened? That was amazing. I'm like, I should turn around and get his stuff. I don't know what he had, what was going on there. I turned around a little late. Now I've kind of lost. I have a general idea where I hit him, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm gonna drive back. It's a little risky for sure. So at first I thought it was around here. I guess it wasn't. It's a little risky for sure, but you know, no gunshots were fired. It's one of the safer times to loot. It is kind of open, but there's a lot of kind of field you can just run around. I can run around the car if I have to. So I'm looking for him. Honestly, the most dangerous part about this is that I'm driving extremely slow, and I'm prepared to just like go full speed if someone starts shooting at me and just bail on this idea. But we're at the edge of the blue. I'm gonna find this body. I'm determined to find this body. Though I will admit, I almost gave up. Just like, where is this thing? Oh, there it is. Alright. Oh, 2 boxes. Now I know what happened. This guy killed the other guy. He was prone looting. He probably never thought I was going to go right for him. But, I take a while to loot here because, I don't know, my inventory got full and I was trying to see if there's a Mini 14. There wasn't, but I want the M16. I can't drop the 4X, so it screws up everything. I'm just like, there we go. Nope. Accidentally left the 4X on. I have to scroll and find it. Gotta get my 4X back. There we go. This was all worth it. I got a lot of meds out of this. I got a M16, which I prefer for single shot, long distance, and I got a level 3 helm. I have kind of this hill cover in front of me. I'm trying not to stand completely still and move every once in a while, but for the most part, I got really lucky here. So I'm gonna switch to my full auto weapon. I hear a bike or buggy. Hoping he comes to me, but it doesn't look like it. So I'm just gonna bail. So now I'm even later to the circle, but I still feel good about going to where I marked yellow. I really like that spot. And, you know, the circle's big enough that going center circle right now it's not going to guarantee that you're going to get to stay there for even more than one circle. So I figured take the spot now, defend it for a bit until the circle it gets a little smaller and I pick a better spot. I'm trying to avoid the farm too, so that's why I kind of went that route. That buggy was recently exited, so no one's shooting at me. I rarely get shot out of a full-speed moving vehicle. I can definitely do it to other people, but everyone that tried, I mean, it's happened a couple times, but it doesn't happen that often. It's definitely safer than running through the field, in my opinion. But all right, here we go. So I see the guy coming through the door. I'm like, oh, here we go. I wonder if he's gonna get aggressive. But the first thing I want to do is look up, and I get him before he even hits me. It was just, I was ready for that. That's why I think these houses are easy to defend. I don't like to play the balconies. Definitely something that's way more effective in third person because it's cheap as hell and you can see over it. But I'm just going to loot this guy, and then I like to play the first floor. Now, I see a sniper suppressor. I'm like, I think I just hit the jackpot. He must have a sniper. I thought maybe a mini. No, he has an MK14, which hits really hard. I actually might prefer the mini just because of the bullet travel time. There's no recoil. I mean, there is, but it's very low. I can control it really well. But you know what? I mean, I'm not going to complain here. This guy had good stuff. I'm going to take his level 3 backpack. And just... now I can stick to one mag, 7.62 only. So I feel really good. This was a risk that definitely paid off. And certainly, like, there's not always going to be a guy on the roof. I usually am very careful when I go into the first floor. I check the stairs, I check to the right, and I stay downstairs and just listen. I don't... pushing that upstairs is dangerous. I'm leaving bait here, by the way, because even though my car is outside, you'd be surprised. People, they come through the door and they say, oh, piece of candy. And they let their guard down. Now, some people, not everyone, but I see it happen a lot. So I play the first floor because I think it's way easier to defend. And if I do, you know, if I've just pushed the house and I've been clear upstairs, usually they won't stay silent. They'll make a footstep, they'll crouch walk, and I'll hear that and I'll know. It'll give away so much. It tells me so much information if they just move one little footstep, and I can be defensive and play really smart. So I'm just going to defend the bottom. A lot of people will drive up. Some people won't even see my car because they'll come from the front. They'll see the first aid and the Red Bull, and they'll let their guard down. And even people who do come straight through my car, they see that stuff and they're like, oh, maybe this, you know, maybe the person bailed or whatever. They might still have their defenses up a little bit, but typically, like, their first instinct isn't that the person's downstairs by the stairs. They think, oh, maybe they rushed upstairs because this stuff is still down here. So that's why I like to play under the stairs. I don't think I've ever died in a solo playing this spot, and I've killed multiple people, sometimes in the same game from the exact same spot. So it's super dirty. It works. That's what matters. So the circle's closing. I'm kind of waiting for this thing to get smaller, decide what spot I want to go to next. There's 28 alive. I have a great sniper, suppressed sniper situation, and I just want this circle to thin out. There's too many unaccounted for players. I'm watching the door actively when the plane's overhead because I've had someone push the door. Usually I just rely on the sound. I've had someone push the door while the plane's overhead and I didn't hear it, so I just, as a habit, like to watch it. So I pick a house that is dead center. This is where I feel my best bet's gonna be. I want to get there first. I want to go immediately. I gotta be careful exiting because people could have, you know, been sneaking around out there. I hate driving in this area. It's super bumpy. Gotta be careful, but I'm a terrible driver, so I flip my car a lot. But you'll see, I don't get shot at, I think, and as dangerous as it is to drive in these small circles, I still find it way more effective than running across. And I'd rather get good positioning and take that risk. At least if you're getting shot at in a car, you can maneuver and you know, try and take cover. I hit a snag. Oh. Thank God I landed upright. Gotta be more careful. So, I'm almost there. Now, the reason I want to get there right away and first, because this house wasn't near the center before, now it is. And, I think, you know, actually it's kind of in the center, but by getting there first, I have the best chance of getting there, you know, By leaving early, I have the best chance of getting there before anyone else. But I still got to be careful. Now I just like to kind of stay right inside and just listen for a bit. I don't hear any footsteps. That doesn't mean there's no one there. Certainly, someone could be very silent and be a ninja. That's, you know, how I like to play. So, just gonna loot and listen. Trying to get a little more AK ammo. Now I'm gonna fast forward the camping. Nothing really happens. I don't hear any immediate sound near me, so I'm gonna fast forward. So I'm fast forwarding. I left some bait out as well, and nothing's really happening. I hear people dying, obviously, but it's all far away. And the circle has thinned out. It's gotten smaller, and now I'm outside of the circle. I'm gonna use this opportunity to, now it's time for me to start peeking and see if I can thin out the player base a little more. So I like to look at the edge of the circle and see if I can spot anyone. I do have a suppressed sniper, so it's a really good opportunity to do that. I don't use the MK14 much, but I'm going to do the best I can here. I see this guy, he's getting shot at. I'm going to try and help this player out and get this guy. Listen, I'm so used to the Mini 14's bullet drop that I don't have this timing down. Finally hit him, and it looks like someone else got the kill. Car 98. So I know he's over here somewhere, but I don't know exactly where. He must be over the ridge. There's a minute left. I know I gotta start making my move. I see a Dacia parked outside. It's like roughly the same distance as mine, but I'm just gonna take it. In case someone has spotted my Dacia earlier and too dangerous. Now I'm gonna drive to the only house that's like a good house in the circle left, which is super risky because someone's probably there. But I am much better at pushing houses than I am just kind of running through an open field. So I park right next to the door and I'm ready to bust in. I just like to stay here and see if they peek. Oh, I hear footsteps. Shots fired. Yeah, so that's what I mean about passive aggressive, right? They got in a fight right next to my house. He probably thought he killed the only guy over here. His defenses were down. So I wanted to peek him right away while I knew exactly where he was, and he was vulnerable. It was an easy kill. I didn't hear any footsteps in the house. The house was clear, or I was pretty sure it was clear, so I just wanted to get upstairs and again use my sniper rifle to help thin out the circle even more. I have really good cover. I have a height advantage. It's a really good position, especially with a suppressed sniper rifle. So I'm boost up, taking advantage of all the meds I have, and I'm gonna start scanning the outer perimeter of the circle because it's moving and people have to move in. See if I can spot anyone. Now I'm trying not to ever stand still. Super dangerous to stand still. That's when you get popped in the face with a Car 98 by a guy that you hadn't even seen yet. And there we go. He's medding. Poor guy. Never go prone in an open field. Just don't do it. Just at least crouch and move. The second you stand still like that, everyone's going to try and take a shot on you. If you crouch and move, people might try and take shots, but they might not hit their first one, and you'll have an opportunity. So I'm still scanning. 6 players left. Oh, he like just moved. God, I almost really messed that up. Again, don't go prone in an open field. Just don't do it. It's too easy to get spotted. Maybe in like of course, maybe do it in a final circle when it's flat land, and that's the only cover you have, but yeah, not when people can get height advantages on you. So I'm still kind of looking on these edges. Doesn't look like they can be in the Harry Potter. I also have a level 3 helm, so it's less risky for me to peek than, if I didn't. 'Cause even if I get one shot by the Car 98, I can go prone and heal. 10 seconds left. I'm still in the circle, which is really awesome. Could have sworn I saw someone there, but I didn't. So now I really want to watch the edge of the circle that is moving, where people run in from. I hear shots, but I don't really have an angle on that, so I'm not worried about it. I hear a guy outside. I heard like one little grass step. Now he's being really, really quiet. I'm just trying to listen. I don't know if he's gonna try and breach my house, if he's standing right outside, but I know he's really close. And the next circle just popped and I'm nowhere near it. So this is it's dangerous, right? He probably, if he has good sound, he knows I'm in here. I mean, even if he doesn't hear my footsteps now, which he probably can, he heard my suppressor most likely earlier. He was close enough to at least hear it a little bit and know the general direction. Probably figured it came from the house. So he's trying to be sneaky. So I want to scan just like below me as much as possible. So I think maybe he could be in this shack, but I never heard the door open and close. So I figure he's probably not. I'm going to keep scanning the edges, but I'm really worried about this guy right below me. I'm trying to think about how I'm going to exit this house with the smartest way possible without him just like really easily getting a jump on me, because he can hear me. I don't know where he is. He knows exactly where I am due to my footsteps. So I'm going to boost up. And my plan is to open this door as a little bit of a fake out, make him think I'm jumping out the door, and then jump out the other window. But I screwed up my crouch jump. Sometimes when I press C and space fast, it doesn't do it. Usually I can do it most of the time. Alright, so I'm looking on the edge of this house because that's where I thought he was. I thought he was just hugging the edge. I'm like, okay, maybe he moved up and I didn't hear him. But I gotta be careful. So the circle's about to move, but I don't have to go yet. I'm gonna go with the edge and just watch behind me just in case he was sneaking around somewhere. So it's moving. He has to come. If he is here, he has to. Oh my god, there he is. Easy kill. I can't believe I never heard the door open. I didn't even hear the door open there. It's so strange that I didn't have sound. So I'm hearing shots southeast of me. I know there's a player over there. I want to get to this tree. There's good cover here. And I'm just going to kind of put my scope out and see if I can spot this guy. There he is. Oh my god. MK14. So much recoil. I really almost screwed that up. And there's the final guy. Wow. I can't believe that was a headshot. That wasn't even... Didn't even look like it was right on him. So the suppressed MK14 really came in big there. That guy made a mistake by shooting, gave away his position out there. He didn't even get a kill, it looked like. So I don't know what happened in that fight, but I had a lot of information, and it made winning that final circle pretty easy. Also, the guys just like were prone in really bad spots, and I just had a really good position advantage. So I hope you enjoyed my second commentary. Definitely played the game a little bit differently than my first commentary, so I hope you enjoy the differences, and looking forward to doing more of these. Definitely subscribe to me on YouTube if you want to see my next commentary, and watch me on Twitch when I'm streaming. I don't have a schedule yet, but just check it out and subscribe, and it'll tell you when I'm on. All right, thanks for watching.